Hello everybody, my name is Waltogator and welcome back to Crash Bandicoot, the Sane Trilogy. We are on part 2 and we are going to continue playing the original, well it's not really the original, the remake of the original Crash Bandicoot. And you know what? Just for giggles, let's play a bit of Coco, shall we? Show her off, bring her in. Press ZR to switch her in. There she is. Coco's adorable. Not quite on Torna levels, because you know she is a youngster, but she's very cute. Though that icon that they've drawn for her in the bottom right there is a little bit is a bit bad, but whatever. Let's go. Rolling Stones. I can't get no do satisfaction. I can't remember how the song goes. It's something like that. You know, the Rolling Stones. Here's Coco. Hello. So in this level, we've got to watch out for those rolling wheelie things, or Rolling Stones, I suppose. Because this is the name of the level. It's a pretty, it's sort of a reintroduction of the hazard that was in one of the first levels. I think it was called like Roly Col. Oh, I've fallen down the hole. Roly Colies or something like that. It's basically like a harder version of that level. And this is something that you will you'll notice in this game, is that it's pretty much levels kind of repeat themselves in terms of like stage hazards and all that, but they just sort of ramp up the difficulty ever so slowly and gradually until it gets towards the end. It's very, very difficult. I remember one of the complaints that people had with this is that this game is hard, and they were saying it's like the Dark Souls of 3D platformers, but it's kind of not, because the game's always been challenging. It was never a straightforward walk in the park. It was always difficult. I think people just forgot. They forgot how tricky it was in places. One of the things that does make the Sane Trilogy ever so slightly more difficult is that the hit detection on jumps is different. It's not bad, it's just different. So if you have played the original extensively, and you know it inside and out, and you know exactly when to jump, you kind of have to relearn it. And every time I do play this game, I do have to sort of reacquaint myself. Not that I played the original absolutely heap tons, but it's a little bit more ingrained in the old noggin than this version. But I think this is the only version I've ever actually finished. I don't think I got everything. I might have gotten all the gems, but I never did all the time trial. I think there's time trial relics. I never bothered with those because they were you had to be super precise, and I'm not all that. I get annoyed very quickly if I mess up on things over and over again. Hey Torna. Oh, bye Torna. Seems kind of weird that she's waiting there for Coco. Does she like Coco? I mean, she obviously doesn't like Crash all that much because, you know, after this game she dumps him. Which is a little bit harsh, considering he saved her life. But who says that just because you're a damsel in distress and you get saved by the hero, that you owe anybody anything? You know? If the love isn't there, if the passion's not there, then don't linger around in a relationship. You know? Getting political with Crash Bandicoot. But it's true for anything, isn't it? You know, if you don't enjoy something, if you're not happy doing something, then don't do it. Within reason, obviously. Don't just quit your job without anything lined up. Oh, Coco, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for you to get busted up so bad. A little bit of a vape there. I used to be quite an extensive smoker. But I've given up actual cigarettes and now I use the electronic variety. It's cheaper, mainly. But I don't think it's any better for you. I genuinely don't know. I do feel better, but I'm still addicted to a substance. At least it's not crack. Riding on a hog! Yeehaw! I could really go for some bacon right now. Can we do this level first try? Doubt it, because, you know, I've been dying on very simple things. I mean, the big question is, can I get all the boxes as well? But, you know, like I say, I just would like to kind of... Oh. Spoke too soon. Broke his little old back there, didn't he? I don't like that guy. With his bowl haircut. Nerd. Come on. Luckily I've got 22 lives. Oh, you'd go that way. That doesn't really look like you can go past him there. But you know. This level is one of them ones that you have to learn. I'm really good at video games, yeah! And it didn't work that time. Schwat? There we go. Oh. This is embarrassing. How embarrassing. Right. Hop on the drum. Boingy boing. Grab this. Avoid him. I missed the box. But, you know, whatever. Screw the boxes. I'm going to stay on this side. And then I'm going to move over here. Boom. Get the crash heads at least. And try and get as many boxes because they're full of that delicious Wumpa goodness. Which, you know, you need one of your 5 a day. Wumpa fruit. I imagine they're probably quite sweet. But probably terrible for your teeth. Great, you missed one box. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. That might have peaked the audio a little bit there. I do apologise if that was a little bit of an earache. You know, I'm no professional. Native Fortress. This one, the hint there, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, is a legit hint, and if I remember, I will try and hit it. It's a little secrety secret. Continuing on with Coco. Hopping on the poor man's Koopa Trooper. And the poor man's Piranha Plant. And the tumbling monkeys. Get out of here. I do like how you spin enemies away. They just fly off. And again, this is, like I was saying before, you know, it's the same level as the other fortress. But the difficulty's just been ramped up a little bit. Which is neat. I like it when games do this. You know, it's one of the reasons why, like, I really adore Mario games, is because they take like a core idea and then see just how far they can go with it. Donkey Kong Country's kind of similar as well. The original. One of my all-time favourite games. Never need an excuse to play that game. Boing. Kind of forgot that was a bouncy. The fiery things are a bouncy bounce. I keep looking at the microphone like I'm expecting someone to like reply to me, but it's not real. Oh, that looked a bit strange, didn't it? This game's a bit quirky in places, you know. It's a little bit not rough around the edges, but you know, it's got its quirks. I still think it looks fantastic. It still looks fantastic. Fell down a hole again. Like I say, I'm not great at video games. I should probably stop saying that I'm not great at video games. I'm good enough, you know. I consider myself... Oh, you bugger. I consider myself like not a hardcore gamer, but I'm not a casual gamer. I'm somewhere in between. I don't play, you know, competitive games or things like that. And often I don't play particularly difficult games. Is that going to blow me up? Yes. I timed that so wrong because the spiky platform was coming down. And it messed me up. But yeah, I don't play like, you know, I play what I like. That's the thing. And the reason why I say I'm like hardcore casual is because I'm not necessarily a hardcore gamer, but I am hardcore into like collecting them. I have a fairly decent physical collection of games. However, with the Switch, it's the first console where I've gone 99.9% digital. Because, you know... Oh, you monkey bum. Yeah, I've gone digital because it just seemed like the right fit. With it being a handheld console as well as a home console, it made sense. Why not keep all your games around? So whenever I fancy playing something in particular, you know, I can just load it up rather than having to carry a bunch of cartridges around. Not that the cartridges are big or anything, but I'm 99.9% because maybe the first sort of 5 or 6 games I bought them physically. You know, so Zelda I own physically, and Splatoon 2 and ARMS and stuff. But after those games, basically when Mario Odyssey came out, I decided I will go digital. And if I've gone digital for Mario, then I can go digital for anything. And I don't regret it. You know, and you get there's all people that say, oh, but what if it gets removed from the store or whatever? It's like, you know, it has happened in the past. Video games have been taken off online stores, but they're few and far between. Most of them are licensed games. What the big one that springs to mind for me is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, the movie, the game, or whatever it's called. It's got a silly title. Fantastic game. Sucks that it is no longer on the digital stores, but if you own it, you can still download it. So that's a plus. You know, it's still fine in that one. The other big one, I mean, there's probably other examples of games. I don't know everything. And I know there's some Turtles games that you can't get anymore, but they're not very good. So nobody misses those. And that's only the same as why you can't buy Turtles in Time digitally. Because, or in any way on the Super Nintendo. Here's that secret that Aku Aku hinted at. You can jump behind here and you can avoid all this rubbish. But yeah, you know, like, yes, there are games that you can no longer get. This is a bit tricky if I remember correctly. Or maybe not. Whoa! Almost just fell off the edge. But yeah, they're few and far between. And the... Ow! And the games that I'm... Oh, it sent me all the way back here. You fiend! Oh, well... Can I still get that? But the games I mostly play... I mean, I mostly play Nintendo games. I am a huge Nintendo fan. And it's very unlikely that any of their games are going to be removed from their digital store. And there's a part of me that is hoping... Because the Switch is such a brilliant way to play games. The fact that it is handheld and a home console is I kind of feel like that surely there is the only thing that they can go from here is bigger and better, because the core concept is so fantastic. You know, it's not like you know, the gimmicky nature of, like, not that the DS and 3DSs were gimmicks, but you know, the dual screen setup, the 3D stereoscopic 3D or whatever it's called. You know, they're a gimmick. They're a hook kind of thing. Like the Wii U had a gimmick. But this one doesn't. The gimmick is a proper feature. It's a, it basically. Oh, I should have jumped on that ledge. It's basically not you fitting gaming into your life, but your life fitting gaming into it. When you can play the same games that you would play at home on the go. It's awesome. I'm really rambling about the Switch, but I do absolutely adore this console. It is probably the most I have played a home/handheld console since the GameCube. I had a great time with the Wii, but mostly in terms of the multiplayer aspect. Whenever friends would come over and we'd play a game of Mario Kart or Smash. I could have sworn I pressed up to go on that platform. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this level. Like I say, it's getting a little bit tougher. And I don't want these videos to run super duper long. But yeah, in the Wii U, I barely played it, which makes me sad because it had some fantastic titles on it. But I think 3D World was about the only game, and Wind Waker, but Wind Waker is a GameCube game. But Mario 3D World, I clocked in some serious time on that, and Mario Maker I played a fair bit of, but again, not crazy amounts. Not as much as I have played. I've not timed that right. Not as much as Mario Maker 2. I've clocked in a substantial amount of hours on that game. Yeah, he did it. But it's just the convenience of having it on the go. But I don't even play it that much on the go. Only when I have to actually go somewhere. I'm going to have to probably repeat this a little bit. Oh, maybe not. I'm really rambling. But I do absolutely adore the Switch. Nintendo got it right. But the reason why I was saying that about the features, I hope they kind of go a slight phone route with it, where it's not necessarily you have to buy a new console every generation or whatever. They just do upgrades, and it still works with older stuff. I don't know, but a sort of unified system. The eShop is a lot better than it used to be, and it's now all tied to a singular account. So hopefully, if they release a Switch Pro or a Switch 2 or whatever, you can just re-download the games that you've already bought and they'll work. Hopefully. But probably not, because it's Nintendo and they don't always know what they're doing. As much as I love them, they make fantastic games, but they sometimes make you re-buy the same things over and over again. But then most companies do. It's the nature of business. Get money out of you. But, rambly. But it's just, I think just the games that have been on offer on the Switch. The big titles. Zelda, yes, it was Breath of the Wild, yes, it was a Wii U game, but who played it on Wii U? Most people played it on Switch. And it is absolutely stunning. Super Mario Odyssey, absolutely stunning. Mario Maker 2, absolutely stunning. Mario Kart 8, yeah, it's a Wii U re-release, but it's the definitive version of it, and it is still absolutely fantastic. Get out of here, tumbling monkey. What else we got? The Super Mario Party. It sort of fell off that leaf. Or I didn't fall off it. Didn't land on it. So I landed in the water. But yeah, Super Mario Party. Best Mario Party game in absolutely years. Since probably 2. And that's saying something. There's 10 Mario Parties before Super Mario Party, excluding the handheld ones. That Mario Tennis game was alright, but I think the N64 one was better. Splatoon 2, fantastic. That's more of just it's like what you would expect from a sequel. It is more of the same, but bigger and better. Music's maybe not as good, but the single player is even better. So, you know. Whoa! Oh, I thought that fish was going to do me a mischief then. See, I'm supposed to go back, but I'm not going to. Because this video's already going slightly longer than I wanted it, and I would kind of like to beat, I think, Ripperoos after this, and I'd kind of like to do that and end the episode. But the Switch, yeah, the library's fantastic. There's some awesome indie games on it. It's had some re-releases and things. There's been some impressive ports from like Doom and The Witcher 3. Some good stuff all around. And you can play it on the go. Sword and Shield. I am in the minority here, but I think it's the best Pokemon game ever made. Fight me. I enjoyed Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. If they would have turned around and said that was the direction the series was going, you know what? I wouldn't have complained. Like I say, I'm a simple guy to please. Though after Sword and Shield, I was very happy for a core, proper Pokemon experience. Yeah, not all the Pokemon are in it, and it sucks. But the gameplay is really good. I love it. But I do understand why people don't like it. The console's cute. It's small. The Joy-Cons are both good and bad. I know people have drift. I have not experienced it personally, but I barely use them. I have a Pro Controller, I use that. It's just a good little console. Best console Nintendo have made in years. Since probably the GameCube, and I'm not actually a massive fan of the GameCube. It's got some stellar titles on it, but most of it's... Well, there's not a lot of it. It's like the N64. It's got some great titles on it, but not a lot of them. The Super Nintendo was probably the last truly, like, universally stunning console made. Here's Ripperoo! We're going to fight a boss. Maybe I can do it first time. Probably not, but hopefully, because, you know, you won't be sitting around watching me play it. I mean, obviously, if I mess up loads, I will edit videos as the thing. I won't waste your time. Or try not to waste your time. But here he goes. I think this is a safe spot. I never quite get the timing of this boss. That's one. Oh, whoa! Ooh, peaked the audio a little bit there. So yeah, we're safe here. I want to bop this TNT, I think. His laugh is amazing. I was expecting him to go the other way. Ripperoo. Ripper-poo, more like. Come on. Come on, Crash. Come on, Walto. Bang. I think I'm safe up here, in fairness. I don't think he's going to come up here. I don't even know if he comes all the way up here. Oh, he does there. He's going in a. He's doing a D-pad motion here. I'm on tender hooks. Blow up, blow up! You fiend! I think I want to hit this one. Maybe not. Maybe that one, if the one comes up top. This one. The timing on this boss, you have to know it inside and out. I just keep bopping them until I win, as long as I don't fall in the water. keep bopping boxes. Oh, oh. Die. You mofo. I jumped into him. I jumped into him. That's the thing that you don't do against a boss. You buffoon, Walto, you buffoon. So this one. We'll go up here. He should blow up. Or not. I'm sorry. I was expecting him to stop because he got blown up. Oh, I'm rubbish. I'm absolutely awful at video games. Music's funky though, at least. I just blew myself up. Alright. To stop you from watching me flummox around or whatever. Unless obviously I do it this time. I will edit here and I will cut to the when I beat him. The run where I beat him basically, so you don't see me struggle, because there's one thing I don't like about Let's Plays is when they don't edit content out. You know, when they're like, stuff gets, it's boring to watch someone be rubbish. So yeah, I'm gonna cut here. I'll see you in a moment. Oh, he gave me a mask. Got him. Right, once more. I did it! I think I only died once after the edit. Oops, there he goes. Get out of here, Ripperoo. You pain in my bum. I've always struggled with that boss. It's like, because it's a boss about timing. But it's really, for me anyway, it's very difficult to pinpoint. But I did it. Progress can now be made to the Lost City. We're going to swap back to old Crash. Why you can't fight the boss as Coco? Or ride the boar as Coco, I don't know. But, you know, she wasn't in the original. They've added her in. For giggles. Oh, excuse me. But I'm going to leave it here. So, thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, hit the old thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Hit the bell. And stay good. Be good to your friends and your family. Stay happy, stay healthy. Behave yourself. Don't do anything I wouldn't. Which is a lot of things, because I don't go outside. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. See you later, Waltogator.